and welcome to my channel. I'm Eva and today we're drawing a unicorn. And while we're drawing a unicorn, we're going to talk about The Last Unicorn. That's right, I am obsessed with it. I have probably seen it about 20 times. But to be fair, about 18 of those times was while I was doing art based off of The Last Unicorn, and I wanted to be able to actively see the cartoon and reference it for the art style I was doing things in. Which, by the way, I still have not finished that poster, so, I don't think that actually helped. Don't torture yourself rewatching things if it's not actually going to help. But it wasn't really torture because it's such a good movie and you notice stuff every time you, watch it and things. It's done well enough that, rewatching it is not that much of a pain. And I just want to talk about my takes on all the characters, because I want to nerd out. But have any of y'all actually seen this movie? Because I don't want to spoil this for you, but I mean, it's a good watch even if you know how it ends. But I will try to avoid saying the ending. Let's start with Amalthea, or aka the unicorn. She is probably, she is the main character. She is the biggest character of the whole movie. I mean, it's The Last Unicorn. It's about her. And the whole, I can feel this body dying all around me line when Smedrick turns her into a human is a very haunting line. If you've seen the movie, you know. I mean, I didn't even remember it from when I was a kid, but rewatching it, I was like, this is really dark for a kid's show. I mean, basically, if you think about it, she was in an immortal form. She was immortal. She has no her unicorn self had no grasp on the idea of mortality. I mean, she knew what it was, but she had never experienced it. She had never had the timer on her life kind of thing. All she knew was the serenity of being a unicorn. I forget quite what she said, but it sounds like, by her description of her own unicorn self, she doesn't have the same kind of love that her human Amalthea version of her did. She doesn't love like humans. She doesn't regret like humans. She doesn't mourn like humans. She feels sadness. She has emotions. But, I mean, she's a horse. She doesn't quite have the soul of a human. I mean, she's a unicorn, so that's a lot more special than just a horse. And it's a TV show or a movie. So, maybe let's not get into the soul of everything. But, also, I just love the design of, the star where her horn sticks out. You can kind of see the inspiration in my own drawing from that. And I love how, wispy her hair is drawn as a horse. And just, also the idea that unicorns have been gone so long from the public eye, that, and magic too, that people no longer can see her horn unless Mama Fortuna puts the fake horn on her. That I think that's crazy. That people have so much disbelief in magic, or just it's like a figment of their imagination for them. But I mean, I guess that would make sense, kind of, if you've never seen a unicorn in your entire life, your father's never seen a unicorn, and it's just stories from your that was weird. And it's just stories from your childhood, your grandfather's childhood. Why are you supposed to believe that these unicorns even exist? So just the idea that she is the last unicorn. She is the last one that has ever been seen. She's the last unicorn's forest. She is the last. I mean, she's technically not the last because there are all those unicorns in the ocean that they do eventually, free. But we don't see how that goes. We don't see the magic return to the world, which is another interesting thing. What do you think happened after the movie? Did, the unicorns just go back to the lives they had before? Did everything become magical again? Did people accept that they existed, or did they become hunted for sport? Like, were they safe in the water compared to what awaits them in the actual world that has not, like, known them? I don't know if it's ever made clear if unicorns can be hunted and killed. I would assume they could, like, they are basically just immune to disease and dying of old age, but, like, hunting for sport seems like something that could actually happen. Also, just question, does it almost seem like the movie is an allegory for, like, romanticizing of the younger, more pure and innocence of things, pedophilia? Because King Haggard is just a huge creep, and I feel no sympathy for him and his fate, which is pretty unusual for me. But just the way he talked about the unicorns and the way he talked about Amalthea, the unicorn, the last unicorn, it was just kind of disgusting and a little revolting. And I mean, on top of that, he was like, "They're mine. I captured them, so they're mine." And it's like, ooh, okay, dude. King Haggard is just a whole issue. He is a really good villain, and the fact that, like, he genuinely has, like, the issue of not being able to feel joy. And I mean, we all have times when we're, like, sad and it's hard to feel things, and it's like we're out of, like, depth of our emotions, we're kind of, like, distant, and he seems to be stuck in that. I guess he's depressed, and he only seems to get joy from watching the unicorns, which, you know, a little odd. Also, how old is this dude? That's another question. How old is he? Because the unicorns disappeared a while ago. He has, like, a full-grown son, but, like, unicorns supposedly haven't been heard from for, like, a lot longer than that, it feels like. So that's weird, too. And, like, what is he paying Maverick with? Like, Maverick was the original magician that he, like, got rid of for Smedrick, because Smedrick was entertaining in his stupidity and more of a fool to King Haggard. So, like, what's going on with that? Does he actually even have any money? Is it, like, status? Because he doesn't seem to have any connections with the outside world. That was a pretty sad looking castle. Like, the only people we could tell that were there was King Haggard, Prince Lear, and Maverick. What is he king of? Because that's a pretty shabby building. I can go stand in any castle ruin and say I'm a queen. I don't think that would actually be, like, that wouldn't actually do anything. What is he king of? Is there, like, a bunch of peasants that he rules over? Or is he just, like, a forgotten king? Like, he's got nothing he rules over. The only thing he has is his title, and I guess some money to pay magicians with. Sorry, that's just, yeah. But yeah, I think it's kind of, like, creepy, the way he talks about unicorns and the way he talks about Amalthea. And, like, when she loses that kind of innocent wonder from her eyes that being a unicorn gave her, he seems disgusted with her. Like, he knew it was there before. And I think that's part of why he kept her around, because it was, like, the most human version of what brings him joy. But then she lost it, and he was like, oh, you done messed up. So, and I don't know, that was just weird. He's just weird. Prince Lear. Prince Lear was interesting. When I watched him as a kid, I didn't like him that much. But after rewatching it about 19 times, I kind of like him. I mean, not my type, but I like him in Amalthea. I feel like it was kind of sweet as her a human, and maybe I'm just, like, a hopeless romantic. But I'm kind of sad that, like, she becomes a unicorn and he still loves her, but she doesn't really love him like that. She can't love him like that. She's a unicorn. She doesn't. It's kind of weird. You know. I will not be taking that statement back. It is weird to like an animal. There's laws against that, I believe. But okay, one of my favorite characters, other than the unicorn herself, is Molly Grew. Molly Grew is the Maid Marian of her Robin Hood, who sucks as a Robin Hood. Like he's like, I'm the Robin Hood, and but like he's just a common thief. Like he doesn't actually do anything Robin Hood did. He's just kind of a rogue, a thief, a sojourner. Um, and I think Molly Grew is kind of done with him at this point. Like I feel like she obviously saw something in him at first, but I wonder, like, she kind of just ditched him. Like, ooh, there's a unicorn, and she just goes off on a quest with the unicorn. She doesn't say goodbye to her husband or anything. She just gets up and goes. Which, I mean, when Jesus comes, let's hope we can all do that. But like, and some of Molly Grew's lines were great. Like, what have you done to her? She's a unicorn. You've like doomed her. You've killed her. You put her in a human form. That's obviously not a direct quote. And like she was just like, I loved her sarcasm and her remarks. And her and Schmedrick's banter was great. And I feel like I know there's a book, and I don't know if I've actually read it. I think I started reading it and I didn't get to finish it. I did that a lot recently. But do they end up together? Because that was like, I got like a weird vibe, but she's like married, so that's kind of weird. I don't know. Is she married, or was that just like a weird situationship going on in the forest? Don't like situationships. But I liked Molly because I feel like I related to her the most. If a unicorn suddenly popped into the existence in my life, I too would probably just go after the unicorn. Like if the unicorn asked me to go with her on a journey to find all the unicorns, I'd be like, heck yeah, let me grab my sword. We're gonna go save your fellow unicorns. Unfortunately, I have not had that happen. Not been recruited to go save unicorns yet. But Molly Grew and me both want the unicorns to come back. So also, like, if King Haggard is an example of pedophilia, what does that make the Red Bull? I ask you that. I feel like I did see a theory about that. But anyway, I'm running out of time, and that was just a few of the highlights. Like, I have so many other, like, questions and theories and things I find interesting. Like, the whole dynamic between Schmedrick, Amalthea, and Molly Grew. I just love it. And the scene with the skeleton and the alcohol, that stuck with me forever. But anyway, what's your favorite scene from The Last Unicorn? Have you seen it? What's your favorite character? What's your theories? Let me know in the comments. I really love hearing from y'all, and I hope y'all have a great day. God bless y'all. And I might put this on my store. Bye!